Hey y'all, my name is Cassie and I am the creator of Pieces of Scrap, and in today's video I kind of wanted to just do like a chill vlog type video. I did not a lot this past week in terms of my crochet business. I've been really busy with work, and I just also got back from a work travel trip to Memphis, and I'm back and I'm very grateful to be back. And it's Friday and I have today off because I've been so busy. So today I went to a nearby town so that I can get my ring fixed. My ring actually broke the other day, and luckily my husband bought it from Kay's and he bought the protection plan with it. So what happened is the headstone fell off. Not just the stone, but like the metal pieces that hold the stone to the ring. So that whole piece broke off and I have to get that fixed, and luckily it's covered, so we don't have like a huge bill because of that. So I have to go back in a couple weeks to go pick that up after it gets fixed. But because I was in town, I got to go to a yarn store, and the yarn store that I got to go to was Michael's. So I kind of have a yarn haul to show you guys. And yeah, let's just go ahead and start looking at what I have. All right, so first off, I only got loops and threads yarn at Michael's today. They didn't have like a lot of variety in their different brands of yarn, but they did have a lot of loops and threads, and they had some Bernat blanket, but I have plenty of Bernat blanket and I don't find myself using it a lot, so I wanted to try out some of this Sweet Snuggles Light of loops and threads, and then their Chenille Home Slim variety. So first off, in the Chenille Home Slim, I've got 3 different yarns. I've got this, which is just cream, I think. The label on this one is kind of like taped closed, so I guess at some point it must have came apart. So it's actually covering the color name, but I think it's Seed Pearl. Could be wrong though, but it's this cream color. It's really pretty. I've been using cream a lot lately instead of white because it's not as in your face as white is. So really like this one. It's really soft. I'm really happy about the quality of this. Hopefully it doesn't shed as much as Parfait does, but I don't know if that's actually possible with a chenille like this. After that, I also got this black speckled and gray color. This is, oh, it doesn't even have like a really cool shade name. Oh, it does. It's just in a different area. So they've got like a color code, and it's like CHP05, and then they actually have the color like above the, you know, washing instructions and how like the yarn size and all that. So this is black tweed. It is black tweed, but it doesn't feel like a tweed, which is really exciting. It just like looks like a tweed, so that's really cool. And then I got this, and this is navy speckle. So I got these 3 colors. As you can tell, I really like speckle yarns. I'm just crazy about the speckle yarns, and I'm crazy about, you know, these textured yarns. They're really pretty, but you can't go wrong with a solid color either. Next up, we have the Sweet Snuggles Light. So first, I got this skein. This is the color Daisy Bloom, and it reminds me a lot of the Bloom variety from Premier Parfait, or not Premier Parfait, but just Premier Yarns. I wouldn't be surprised if it's like almost the same, but yeah, it's really pretty. It's really soft. It looks like these skeins are actually bigger than Parfait Chunky. So Parfait Chunky, typically you'll get a skein and it's like 3.3 ounces, but these are like 7 ounces, which is good because they're like twice the price. So it's nice to have a lot more in your skein, and they are very nice quality. They're very soft, and there's like a loose end right here, but it's not shedding, so that's pretty exciting too. Next up, I got this Easter color, and this is Carnival Multi, and I really like it. I think I'll make some like Easter themed things so that I can add some Easter stuff to my Etsy. So I got 1 skein of this, and then next up I got 2 skeins of this, which is Night Sky Multi. I like how like it kind of looks like those Dots candies. I don't know if people nowadays know what I'm talking about, but there used to be like this It doesn't actually look like this, by the way. It's just like what it reminds me of is those, they would sell like a parchment sheet of paper and there were these like little dried sugar dots on the paper, and they didn't actually taste very good, but that's what this reminds me of, and I have no idea why. Or maybe it's like the candy that looks like Mike and Ike's, like in terms of the shape, but they're not actually Mike and Ike's. Somebody let me know in the comments if you know what I'm talking about. I don't actually know the name of that candy, but it kind of reminds me of that too. And then I got this blue version of that one. This is Raindrops Multi. So I've got 3 different multis and they're all really, really pretty. So yeah, I think out of these 3, I really like these 2. They'll make some really cute Easter guys. And then lastly, I got this color, which is ice green, and I got this color because it reminds me of the Relaxosaurus in Pal World. So I'm trying to write up a pattern for him, and it's good to have the right color because I have so many blues, but this is the blue that I need and the rest of the blues aren't quite right. So yeah, I got lots of yarn today. Happy to add it to my stash and come up with projects to work with it on. So this is all the Sweet Snuggles Light. But yeah, I'm just happy to have a weekend where there's not anything going on. I'm trying to think of ways that I can keep myself occupied. I've been trying to add to my Etsy store. So one of the things that just went up on my Etsy store today was my baby shroom pattern. So if you're interested in purchasing that, it is on my Etsy. And if you have an Instagram and rather have the free pattern, it's also on my Instagram. So follow me over there and check out those free patterns. I have both the baby Broccoli Boi and the baby Shroom on my Instagram now, and they're also on my Etsy for people who prefer the PDF pattern. So yeah, I've been adding to my Etsy. I have a couple more plushies on there that I'm selling. I haven't opened up like custom orders or anything like that yet. I'm just trying to get, you know, my inventory out there because it's stuff that I have already made. I don't really have to do anything special about. So right now I'm just listing things that I have made already, and maybe in the future I can be like Crochet by Jenna and have like a huge stock of all the different colors of the different yarns that she uses, and then, you know, I would be able to make custom orders and you can pick like any color in the rainbow to pick from. So yeah, so I'm just trying to get my Etsy up to date so that there's plenty more products on there. And I'm also been working on patterns, and one of those patterns I will show you in a little bit that I have worked on, and I'm gonna release a tester call pretty soon for that one too. So if you're interested in that, make sure you keep an eye out for that on my Instagram. Hey guys, so I kind of wanted to give you a preview of what I've been pattern testing for February. And these, when I say pattern testing, I do not mean my YouTube pattern reviews. These are tester calls that were posted on Instagram that I got to participate in. So first up, I did Bean the Bunny, and she's right here. This is a pattern by Lil's Lovies and nana.crochet_ on Instagram, and it's a free pattern on their page, and I absolutely love it. Completely adorable little bunny, no sew. The overalls are worked as a separate part, but really, really cute. Love the ears, love the little tail poking out of their overalls and everything. So if you like that pattern, make sure you check that out on their Instagram. Next pattern I tested for February was this Sleepy Time Bear by Raining Charms with a Z on Instagram, and this pattern is up for sale on her Etsy now, so make sure you check that out if you're interested. The head and the cap, the ears, and the arms are worked separately, but the arms are crocheted into the row, and of course this pillow is also worked separately. Really, really cute. Love how it turned out. Mine looks a little bit different from hers because I did a little bit of face shaping under the eyes. So yeah, I really like how this one turned out. Love the nightcap and the little pajamas outfit. It's so cute. Next up is this free pattern by Nicole Crochets and Celestial CB Crochet. This was my best seller at my last market. People completely adored these, and I really understand why. The price point is really low, because you can make these up in under 20 minutes and they're completely no sew, so that is a lot less effort on the maker to be making a product that people absolutely love. So I made like a ton of these for my market, and I was also making them on the spot at my market because people were buying them so quickly. So I've got 3 of these little mini chubby dinos. I like to call them chubby dinos, but in their pattern it's just called mini dinos. They just remind me of the chubby dino pattern that I use, so I call them mini chubby dinos. But yeah, they're really cute. I love this pattern. And they stand up on their own. Look at that, so cute. And then I also tested Louie and Lila by Coffee and Crochet 01. This is a pattern that is for sale on her website. As you can tell, I've got 2 different, like a mismatched pair here. I had a yellow Louie at my market, and that one sold. So I have a cream colored Louie here, like more of like a natural looking lion, and his mane is kind of sparse compared to the Louie that got sold. But yeah, love this pattern. The only thing you have to sew on is its head, and that's it. Everything else is worked in the round, and the legs, the way that they were worked was really unique. I had never seen anything like that before, so kudos to Coffee and Crochet 01 for coming up with that. And yeah, I think this pattern's really cute. They stand up on their own and they're just really adorable. Next up, I tested a pattern for Oh My Goose Graphs. This is Louie the Lion, and it was actually funny when I was testing this. I was also testing Louie and Lila here at the same time, and when I posted my final picture for Louie the Lion by Oh My Goose Graphs, I thought that I like misremembered which lions were named what, but it turned out that they were both named Louie, so that was pretty funny. But yeah, this is a almost no sew lion. I think you just have to sew the ears onto the head. That's the only thing that you have to sew, but everything else is worked directly into the round, and I love, love, love the way that his mane looks. This is made using a kind of similar stitch to a loop stitch. But he's really adorable. I just love the way he looks. The embroidering on the face is adorable. Oh yeah, and the only other thing you have to sew, I completely didn't think about this when I was looking at it, but his muzzle is sewn on as well. So ears and muzzle sewn on, everything else is no sew. So he's really, really cute. I love what he looks like. I might keep him. I don't know. He's a cute little lion. I love him. And then after that, I got to test Kiwi the Koala, and this is by Amy by Abby, and she actually chose me to be a tester for this pattern right after I finished her Penelope the Piggy pattern test last month, so that was pretty awesome. But yeah, I got to test Kiwi the Koala, and the thing that's kind of funny about this is I started him in like the natural koala colors, so I had like a dark gray, and I lost yarn chicken, so I didn't get to finish that Kiwi the Koala, and I have yet to buy that gray color from Premier Parfait so that I can finish her. So she is in my to be tagged / work in progress box right now. It is not a no sew pattern. You have to sew the head onto the body, so the ears are separate and the nose are separate, and then the belly patch is also sewn on. I actually have Kiwi up for sale on my Etsy, so if you're interested in purchasing her, you can get her on my Etsy. I also have Louie for sale on my Etsy as well, so if you're interested in Louie or Kiwi, make sure you check out my Etsy if you want to purchase them or adopt them. My last pattern test for this month was for J. Adams Collection. She has this cute Happy Sad reversible octopus. So this is completely no sew. You work 2 separate pieces of the same like thing. So this whole thing is worked in one piece, and then this whole piece is worked in one piece as well, and then you just slip stitch them together, hence the reversibleness. So this side has like a little bit of an outline from the interior piece because of those slip stitches or single crochets. But yeah, he's a cute little reversible octopus. You can embroider whatever kind of face you want on either side, put safety eyes in it. It's completely up to you about how you want it to look. So I did a happy face and then like a kind of annoyed face on the inside, and I really adore the color combination I chose, and I just think that this face is so hilarious to me. So yeah, this is a really cute pattern, and it is up on J. Adams Collections Etsy as well as her Ribbler page. So if you're interested, make sure you check out these patterns. I love all the patterns I got to test this month. I feel like I've been chosen for so many pattern testers recently that I've kind of been reluctant to apply to more pattern tests. So I'm kind of taking a break. I'm trying to get my Etsy store page like filled with actual products and not just a couple products that everybody sells. So if you're interested in any of these finished products, make sure you mention it in the comment down below, because if you are, I can put them up on my Etsy page. Like I said earlier, Louie and Kiwi are both up on my Etsy. Ooh, we had some fallout there. But if you're interested in any of the rest of these guys, make sure you tell me in the comments and I will post them on my Etsy. Alright, so other things I've been working on. I have currently been working on a pattern test for the month of March. I got technically picked before the end of February, but because I'm working on it in the month of March now and it's not released yet, I'm not comfortable with sharing it yet, but it is a really cute pattern. I can't wait to show you guys when it's finished and the pattern's released. But other things I've been working on, I think you guys saw a lot of stuff that's in this box, in my to be tagged box, because a lot of it was in my last pattern review video. So I'm not going to show you guys that stuff, but I am going to show you guys other things I've been working on. So first up, I got approached during a wedding shower this past weekend that somebody that I know from church wanted to get a gift for their daughter, and she really likes like Asian food and sushi and stuff like that. So she wanted something along the lines of that, but she didn't know what. So I worked up a couple different like sample things for her. The first thing that I worked up was this giant kimbap roll, and it's completely adorable. It's like a pillow, like a very small pillow size, and it's worked on both sides, so it looks like a little sushi roll, and it's really cute, and she's actually going to purchase this from me, so that's awesome. And then along with that, I made this little nigiri roll. This is a little rice cake with a salmon on top with a little seaweed wrap around it, and it's really cute. These are both free patterns that I found on Pinterest, and I will link them in the description below if you're interested in making one yourself. The seaweed wrap for this pattern is not actually included in the pattern itself. The pattern calls for you to like cut out a black piece of felt and I think sew or glue it on somehow, but I ended up just chaining until I could fit it around the little guy's finished body, and then I just single crocheted until I was happy with the width of this little seaweed wrap, and then I just I think I just slip stitched them together and then like kind of sewed the other ends on so that this cute little guy is wrapped in seaweed. So that's another one that that person is going to purchase from me. And then these are the two that she wasn't super interested in. So first of all, I made a smaller sushi roll. This is from a bento box pattern that I was using, and I was thinking about making everything in the bento box, but after making this one thing, it took around an hour, and I told her, hey, this took around this much, this is how much it's gonna be. If you were to get like the entire bento box, every item in that bento box would probably be around that price because of, you know, the amount of work that goes into each piece. So I ended up just making this, and then she wasn't super interested in having the whole bento box. So, and then I made this little dumpling guy. This is a bow. The pattern is free on Instagram. I will have it on screen up with the username of the person who created the pattern. I can't remember who it is off the top of my head right now. And I will also link it in the description, but it's really cute. You make like your typical like sphere shape, and then going up, it's just like, you don't do any decreases, and then you sew into every 6th stitch and then fasten closed to make this cute little like dumpling shape at the top. I don't know how to describe that, but like the little pinches of the dumpling on top. So very cute. I'm sure somebody will buy it at a market, so I'm not worried about it. So yeah, and then in terms of things that I'm working on for market prep and for pattern releases in the future, first off, if you follow me on Instagram and you saw this post in my story, you probably already recognize these little guys, but I worked up a little carrot/radish pattern. So we've got the carrot, this is completely no-sew, and then we've got a turnip and a radish here, and they're just completely adorable. I love how they look. And so this will be my pattern test in March. So if you're interested in testing this pattern for me, make sure you follow me on Instagram and look out for that pattern tester call. I will probably be releasing the pattern tester call pretty soon in the next week or two. So make sure you follow me on Instagram and keep an eye out for that pattern test if you're interested in testing these little guys for me. So since I got my new yarn haul yesterday, I've been working on some new cows. So I made this cute little baby cow. This is the Kosinka handmade pattern. I have been following the pattern more closely, and the product ends up turning out much nicer than it used to. I think when I first started crocheting and when I first reviewed that pattern, I used to kind of assume what the next step would be in some cases. So when I made this cow last night, I noticed for like possibly the first time that the last row of the head there, it's worked one single crochet and then 2 decreases, so 2 separate decrease stitches instead of just a single crochet and then a decrease, which makes the head look a lot more like her head in the picture. So I'm glad that I finally figured that out. And then I've still been crocheting the arms directly into the body instead of making them separately and then sewing them in later. I think it just saves a lot of time to not have to worry about sticking a knitting needle through and making sure the placement's correct and all that. It saves a lot of trouble on my end. So yeah, I made this cute little blue one, and then I am starting to work on a cute little yellow and white one. This is like a lemonade, like little lemon lime cow, and then I'm thinking about making like a little blueberry satchel or purse for this guy. So yeah, these two are really cute, and I can't wait to you know, work on more cows. I love the cow pattern. I've been wanting to try out Kosinka Handmade's bunny pattern because she also has a bunny pattern, and then lots of people put out like overalls and onesie pattern mods for that bunny. So I am probably going to try that in a future pattern test, so look out for that. But yeah, that's all I have for today's video. I've been kind of busy with work like I was saying earlier, so I haven't had a lot of time to crochet. It doesn't really look like that because I have like a lot of stuff that I've made that you guys haven't probably seen before, but this is all stuff from February and like the whole of February and not just like the past couple weeks. So I'm very excited for March. I'm very excited to have some time to actually crochet and work on my crochet business and work on new patterns for you guys. I want to come out with quite a few more like little guys like these that are based off of my Broccoli Boi pattern. The same kind of like body shape and size and everything. I want to make like a whole like little pattern pack to put on my Etsy of different vegetables, different foods and stuff like that. So like the mushroom, the baby shroom, and the baby broccoli boy and all of that would be included in the pattern pack. And now that I'm thinking about it, I haven't told you guys, but my baby shroom pattern has been released on Instagram and Etsy as of Friday, March 1st. So make sure you check that out if you haven't already. It's free on my Instagram, and if you prefer a PDF pattern, it is on my Etsy for a small price. So make sure you check that pattern out and check out my Broccoli Boi pattern and everything as well. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I post new videos every Tuesday, so make sure you check out new videos in the future. Hit that subscribe button, leave a like, leave a comment. Just let me know what you're doing, what you're working on, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!